Have you ever imagined, after more than a year of waiting, finally someone you love, are proud of, and miss comes home from a faraway place, and instead of just being greeted normally, they are given a surprise that really touches their hearts? Well, this is what millions of ARMYs around the world are feeling. Because, finally, welcome back, Taehyung, or better known as V from BTS. And what makes this moment even more touching? Not only because Taehyung has finally completed his military service, but because his closest friend, top South Korean actor Park Seo-joon, prepared something truly priceless. Not gold, not luxury goods, but a work of the heart, full of meaning, full of history, and of course, full of love as a friend. After undergoing military service since December 2023, finally in June 2025, Taehyung officially completed his term of duty at the 2nd Special Forces unit of the military police, one of the most elite units in the Korean military. No kidding, this unit is only filled with those who have extraordinary physical and mental endurance. So, this is not just carrying out national obligations, but this is a personal journey of a world star who has abandoned all popularity for the sake of honor and responsibility. Well, behind all that, one thing that never changes is friendship. Park Seo-joon, who is known as one of South Korea's top actors, and also Taehyung's close friend in the group Wooga Squad, apparently secretly prepared a special surprise. And this is not an ordinary surprise, not a luxurious party with twinkling lights, or a celebrity party full of cameras, but a personal celebration, intimate, full of warmth, and prepared with heart. According to news from a trusted source in the Korean entertainment industry, Park Seo-joon collaborated with a team of professional event planners to organize this small but meaningful event. The location? Not in a 5-star hotel or concert hall, but in a private villa in the mountainous area of Gyeonggi-do. A place surrounded by green nature, quiet, peaceful, very suitable for a sacred moment of reflection and welcoming. A place where the spotlight of the world can stop for a while, and all that remains are humans, hearts, and memories. This event is said to only be attended by close family, friends, and several BTS members who will also soon complete their military service. So, this is not a show-off event. This is an honest event, personal, and what made all ARMY melt was the main gift from Park Seo-joon for BTS's V. Park Seo-joon apparently secretly collaborated with famous artists from Korea and abroad to create a large painting depicting Taehyung's life journey. From his childhood, the struggles during his debut, the moment of his rise with BTS, to his transformation into a strong and dedicated man in the military. This painting does not just depict a face or event, but is filled with hidden symbols that can only be understood by those closest to Taehyung. Imagine a work of art that cannot be sold, cannot be imitated, because its meaning is very personal. Only Taehyung and his friends know what it means. And not only that, Park Seo-joon also wrote a long letter with his own hand. He said he had written this letter since the beginning of Taehyung's military service, and he continued to add to it throughout the past 2 years. So, it's a kind of emotional diary, recording important moments they've gone through, both together and apart. This letter will be stored in a handmade wooden box, complete with their throwback photos. No need for expensive cameras or aesthetic filters. These photos have a sentimental value that can't be bought. In the fast-paced and sometimes fake entertainment world, friendships like this are very rare. Many relationships in this industry only last as long as the project lasts. But the friendship between Park Seo-joon and BTS's V proves that loyalty and genuine affection still exist. Park Seo-joon was even willing to adjust his international filming schedule, even though he was very busy with Hollywood projects, in order to be by his best friend's side on this important day. It's not just about the gift. It's about being there, about being a witness to your best friend's journey, about saying, "You're not alone. I'm here." It's no wonder that after this news broke, hashtags like #WelcomeBackTaehyung and #Seo-joon for Taehyung immediately trended. BTS's global fan base, known for their close-knit nature, welcomed the news with emotion and gratitude. However, this moment wasn't just about personal celebration. Many fans saw this as a symbol of hope, because with Taehyung's military service coming to an end, and soon to be followed by the other members, it means BTS's reunion is getting closer. Korean media also began to speculate. Some said that this celebration could be a kind of soft comeback for Taehyung to the entertainment world. There were even rumors that he and Park Seo-joon were discussing a collaboration project. Whether it was a short film, a friendship documentary, or even an experimental music project. And as we can imagine, after that touching moment, the atmosphere in the private villa where the celebration took place was truly solemn. Not because of the grandeur of the event, but because everyone present knew they were witnessing a new chapter in the life of an extraordinary person. Taehyung, with his signature warm smile and eyes that looked much more mature than 2 years ago, stood in the middle of the room wearing simple casual clothes, but his calm aura radiated an energy that could not be described in words. Those closest to him were also seen holding back tears. Not sad tears, but tears of pride, including Park Seo-joon himself. And amidst the conversations, the soft laughter, and the nostalgic stories that rolled, there was a small moment secretly recorded by one of the personal photographers, Taehyung opening the gift box we talked about earlier. Slowly, he read the long handwritten letter from Seo-joon. Silently, he smiled. Then his eyes began to fill with tears. It wasn't just a letter, but it was like a piece of time sent directly from the past. Every sentence felt honest, warm, and full of appreciation for who he was. And when he saw the large painting that was behind the wooden curtain, Taehyung couldn't help but be silent for a long time. Because it wasn't just a portrait of himself that was displayed there, but there were small symbols that only he could understand. The shape of an old camera that reminded him of his love of photography, a piece of wildflower from his hometown in Daegu, and even the silhouette of his beloved pet dog, Yeontan. Each element felt like a reminder that he was still the same Taehyung he used to be, the shy boy with big dreams. Only now he had grown into a tough, wise man who knew more about who he really was. And this moment, of course, would not have happened without the presence of someone who has been watching them silently all this time. Someone who never appears on camera to seek attention. Someone who is always behind the scenes, guarding, supporting, and loving them silently, Park Seo-joon. For the public, this might be just a small celebration, just a reunion of friends. But for those who really know the dynamics of the Korean entertainment world, they know that this form of support is very rare. Amidst the pressure of image, crazy schedules, industry expectations, and dramas that often haunt celebrities, a relationship like the one Seo-joon and Taehyung have is something priceless. Because this is not a friendship built because of popularity, but because of values that have been mutually understood for a long time. Honesty, trust, and loyalty. And the most interesting thing is, after that emotional moment, reportedly Taehyung and Park Seo-joon had a private conversation for almost 2 hours. Not in the VIP room, not in a luxurious lounge, but outside, on a wooden veranda that directly faces the valley. There, under the clear night sky, they sat side by side, not talking much, just silence, looking at the sky, sighing, and occasionally smiling. It wasn't an ordinary conversation. Because according to someone close to him who attended the celebration, that was the moment Taehyung said that he wanted to return to the music world. Not as a glamorous big idol from BTS, but as the purest version of himself. He wanted to write songs that tell stories about friendship, loss, solitude, and longing. And he said he wanted Park Seo-joon to be a part of that process. Not as an actor, but as a living witness to the story that would be poured into music. And this is where everything began to take on new meaning. This welcoming moment turned out to not only be about Taehyung returning from the military, but about transformation, about someone who has gone through a lot and returned with a heart that is more ready to give. Giving honest work, giving deep stories, and giving himself completely to those who have been waiting, including us, his fans. The story of a man named Taehyung, who once stood on the world stage, then disappeared for a while to carry out his national duties, and now returns, not as a product of industry, but as a whole human being. With wounds healed, with a deeper understanding of life, and with an unchanging love for those who were by his side from the beginning. And as he returns to the arms of his fans, to the world of art, to the world that raised him, we realize that leaving is not the end, but part of the journey that shaped him,